Blizzard needs to earn money. This is an understandable need for a big company like Activision Blizzard, who even managed to buy King Candy Crush Saga developer. For us, their games are means of entertainment, while for Blizzard, they are means of making money. We have to understand that not everything that is good for us will be good for Blizzard just because every decision they make is a business decision. Buffs, nerfs, they can affect Blizzard's profit. Let's take buffs and nerfs as example. Why Blizzard never changes cards in Hearthstone. But first of all, let's see what Blizzard has to say on this issue. Other CCGs may outright ban, restrict cards, but they're not going to come over to your house, kick down your door, tear the cards out of your hand and rip it up in front of your eyes. In a digital world, where my hyperbole gets out of control, we can't do that. And we don't like to do that. It feels really bad, and even worse for someone that may play Hearthstone less often or doesn't watch the latest news as closely as many players here do. Wait a second. You say that you don't want to do this, and while you have other options, you do exactly this. Why? My sentiment is that this position that Blizzard holds, a position of nearly physical card collection, is a nice cover for their business decision of never touching cards. View it like this. I have a certain card, and lots of other people own it as well. Everybody of us who play Hearthstone owns basic set. Now imagine Blizzard buffing a card from basic set. It will be good for us, for every player, because everybody has basic set. But will it be good for Blizzard? No, heck no, it won't. We didn't buy these cards, we already had them. Buffing is bad for profit, thus buffs will never happen. Buffs happened earlier, but there were no buffs since Unleash the Hounds buff. However, as you all know, nerf happened recently. And actually, the whole Blizzard statement above was about a famous nerf of Warsong Commander, and there were a ton of solutions to a problem of Patron Warrior. But Blizzard, to quote them, broke into my house and ripped my cards up. And I didn't like it. In fact, many of us didn't like it. And what we got in the place of Patron Warrior? Well... So I was riddled. Why so harsh? Following theory may be a little bit of stretch, but I think that they killed Warsong Commander because it was not profitable. While Patron Warrior was a very, very hard deck. It was a cheap deck. Now a little bit of backstory. As a new player, I found myself looking for a strongest deck. The difficulty didn't matter. My first competitive deck was Face Hunter because it was cheap and it was good. And my second competitive deck was Freeze Mage. A little bit of jump in difficulty, right? And nevertheless, I loved it. I imagine new players looking for difficulty, not always running away from it, because learning experience in Hearthstone is fun, and difficult decks provide more learning experience than easy ones. And cost of a deck means very much too. So back to Patron Warrior nerf. Patron Warrior was cheap deck, fun deck, and most importantly, overly effective deck. Just for a piece of one expansion, one wing of another, and no legendaries, you could assemble perfectly working top tier deck. Hell, you could even throw away shield slams. See, even without epics. Players could go for a cheaper deck instead of something more costly like Dr. Boom. And Secret Paladin contains 2 legendaries and 2 epics. Much longer way to go for newbies. You could get a whole cool deck instead of Dr. Boom. Cool deck, and killing opponents who had legendaries is certainly more fun for me than playing Dr. 7 on curve. So, to sum it up, I think that Blizzard follows this rule. Cheap OP is a no-no. Expensive OP is okay, because for expensive OP people need to put money in Hearthstone. Furthermore, I think that Blizzard's profits could be held by following things. No diversity on tournaments means boring tournaments, which leads to less people watching them, which leads to less exposure, which leads to less new players, which leads to less people purchasing stuff. Lots of people complaining about OP deck means more unhappy people playing, which leads to less people purchasing stuff. Money is the main reasoning for Blizzard to make this game more of a cheap money grab and less of a balanced digital card game. And actually, you might think that I bash on Blizzard just because they want to earn money. I want them to earn money. I gave them my own money. And moreover, I gave them more valuable resource of mine, my time. But in response to my kind donation to this free-to-play game and donations of the whole community, I want to see developers caring about their game and about their community too. But now Blizzard saying that it cares about new players' experience and not fixing inconsistencies, bugs, and building a huge paywall in front of them is openly lying to us. Blizzard cares about new players only because new players are more likely to put money in Hearthstone. Ignoring an essential plus of Hearthstone being a digital card game, ease of balancing, is just the same as ignoring your already established player base. In my opinion, if Blizzard cared about their players as much as they are caring about their profits, Hearthstone will be much more enjoyable game for everyone. Thanks for watching. If you want to see incredibly detailed analysis of Hearthstone, head to Joseph Anderson's channel and watch his Hearthstone, The Good, Bad and Ugly review. And also head to this guy Store's channel to watch his video about inconsistencies in Hearthstone. Both links are in the description. If you enjoyed my video, give it a like, and if you want to see more content of mine, hit the subscribe button.